Huge thank you to our channel member, Darren Graham Photography. It's amazing how the world works, isn't it? A little glimpse. Let's actually go to the outside. There we go. All 1, 2, 3. Yes. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to your Saturday morning flight here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. And I hope that you are well. Dom says evening. It's weird how Iceland works. We're on board this morning, and I promise you, the time is set to the morning. We're on board this morning, Icelandair and their 767-300. And we're taking it from Reykjavik over to Copenhagen this morning. Flight time on this one, we're looking at about 2 hours and 37 minutes. Take off today on runway 19. As oddly enough, the sun starts to rise in Iceland at just gone 10:30 in the morning. So there you go. Hi everyone. How are we all doing today? Hope you all enjoyed the train sim yesterday. Thought that was quite a lot of fun actually. And I've been looking at the routes again this morning and seeing which ones to potentially go for. Potentially go for. Yeah, a lot of fun. The train sim last night. Let's say hello to those that are in the chat this morning. First of all, we've got Wayne. Hello to you. We've got David as well. Good morning to you. Dom's in the chat as well. Hello to you. Brandon as well. Yeah. Brandon, hello. For a start, who the f is Lewis? For seconds, why did Max change his sim time to real time like you mentioned? Don't know. Can't answer that one, I'm afraid. Can't answer that one. I give up trying to think about it. Right, give me a sec. Just need to see. Nice. Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't know on that one, Brandon. It's just, yeah. Some things are just better left not asked or answered, etc. But yes. Anyway, so sun is starting to rise at nearly 20 to 11. Let's have a nosy and just see what's around us. It is raining. And that sunrise is quite, I mean, that's quite something. Proper pink skies. It's going to be fascinating for sure. once we... where's our plane? Oh, there we are. I completely lost it for a minute. Right, yeah, there's our airplane there. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens here on this particular flight. So, what I'm going to do is go to full screen. Right, so David says, I believe Iceland has one of the world's highest rate of depression. I definitely think the lack of sunlight in the winter has something to do with that. Wayne says, I see Clowns R Us are open for business. I'm just surprised he never went to a Black Friday sale, crashed into the airport, and crashed into another one for free. Brandon says Black Friday sales on in real life flights is good. Been looking this morning. Very good. And Dom correcting to say it's actually Greenland, not Iceland. Fair enough. All right, let's get everything prepped and ready to go.
Need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Why are they not already set? Why would you?
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Go away. Icelandair can handle us today. Cool. At least it's connected. That's the main thing.
This parking is too small for your catering vehicles are on their way.
Catering, and
this parking is too small for your aircraft.
Some
boarding requested.
I can't see. I can't see. Literally a guessing game now.
Do you want to board crew?
I'd love to board crew. Thank you. Boom. We got some
crew
light.
boarding starting.
Oh, we did have some light. Nav lights can go on. Dome light. That dome light's 100%. Look at that sky. Goodness me. Alright, just a quick nosy at the checklist to see if
your
it's a
crew
very
has
short,
boarded.
brief.
Passengers
yes,
boarding starting.
It's fine, that's all I need to know. Standby power is to auto already, which is fine. Find the APU in the dark. Which is there. And that goes. We'll turn the fuel pumps on. Very straightforward for the 767. I think that's it. Battery, external power, fuel pumps, APU. That's already 3. 5. So what are the others? APU gens are already on already. Beacons we don't need at the moment. So yes, that's fine. We are all good. We're done. Just a quick double check. That's what it was. 348 passengers on board our 767 this morning. That's nuts. Look at that. Look at that colour in the sky. That's crazy. That is mental. So, hope everyone's well. Let me know what your weekend is looking like. Let me just listen to this quickly. Okay. Okie doke. So while the passengers are boarding, let's go back into the chat here. Yeah, Dom, got it all good. Lewis is here. Hi to you. Play old Shep. Yeah, no. Still not playing old Shep. Yeah, Lewis, good morning. Hope you are well. Yeah, hope you're well. Lewis was out on the Raz last night. Good lad. That's how to do it. Can't open exit 2. Why you keep telling me open exit 2? I can't do it. I can't do it. What are you telling me to open it for? The route's already in there, so I don't understand why. We don't necessarily have to do this, and we won't do. Just, oh my god, stop beeping at me. I can't open it. What's it telling me to do it for? I can't open it. It should open automatically, but it didn't. And now it's asking me to do it myself. I can't do it. Nothing I can do about it. I've kept my breakfast done so far, so it's all good. It's always a bonus. Always a bonus if you can keep your breakfast down after a heavy night. Lewis has a hangover. Play some really loud drums quick. Yeah, the bleeping isn't helping. I can't do anything about that. So, apologies. The only thing I can do about it is if I was to mute the desktop audio for the minute. Hopefully now you shouldn't be able to hear it. Look at that sky, though. I'm the only one that can hear it, so it's annoying me more than anyone else. But that sky is quite something. Uh-oh. Lewis says, we finished up at a nightclub called Pop World. I've heard a lot about this Pop World place. And I'm not a nightclub or anything, but I'd like to go. I'd like to go. They have some Christmas bangers and S Club 7. Oh, see, that's ideal. That's why I want to go. That sounds so good. I constantly, like, a lot of people that I speak to, they constantly mention Pop World. And I'm like, that sounds like so much fun to me. I got to admit last night was not entertaining train ride I had ever. Is that supposed to be most entertaining, or was it literally not entertaining for you? Brandon says, yeah, Wayne, I've heard all trains on that line were delayed. Didn't get home until midnight. All to do with the driver reversing up the line. Excuse me, we arrived at Brighton on time. In fact, no, tell a lie. We arrived into Brighton early, despite our reversing up the line. So technically, I drove well. I drove well last night. Oh, get out. Right, 2 seconds. This stream may just glitch for a sec. Sorry, most entertaining. Fat Fingers trying to vacuum clean as well as typing. It obviously means. It's a good idea to change the streams up. See, I thought it was nice and a little bit different to change it up. I have put the desktop audio on mute for the moment, so I'm the only one that can hear the beeping at the moment, and it's doing my head in. So God knows what it'd be like if I actually took it off. David says, I believe Gatwick Express have suspended a driver after screams of two. After the driver screams of toot the bastard. Well, I heard from the cab of the 9:47 service from Victoria. I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're on about. I thought it was like typical train, typical train terminology, toot the bastard. Am I wrong? Is it not? Can you not say toot the bastard? Comment of the day from David so far. Yeah. Gatwick Express suspending a driver after the screams of toot the bastard. I thought that was great. Okay, so we're just waiting for passengers to board. I realise I haven't put the flight number in yet, which today is Icelandair 204 on board Tango Foxtrot, India Sierra November. Once we're in the cruise, I'll have a little bit of a special guest on the stream this morning as well. And we'll also have a poll out momentarily once the passengers have boarded. In regards to the evening. In regards to this evening. So we'll see what happens. Brandon says it's not Jack, is it? It's not Jack. No. Bit early for Advocar, is it? It's not Advocar. Although we are getting close. In fact, what's it? It's 25th today, isn't it? It is, which means it's now socially acceptable to start playing Christmas music. So coming up, we've got Slade and... no, we don't. It's not Advocar, no. It's orange juice. I'll prove it to you. In fact, I probably haven't proved that very well. Let me try again. With vodka in it. There's no vodka in it. Orange juice is my go-to at the weekends. Got a long time yet before the passengers are boarded. Yeah, but definitely, definitely no vodka. It's Iceland. It will be Brennivin. There's no alcohol in it. There's no alcohol at all. David says never too early for Advocar. If you're not comfortable, go for Pims or tequila for that matter. It's never too early. It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world, right? At least that'd be my logic. It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. Five a.m. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. somewhere in the world. I think I've only ever flown this once in the flight sim. Can't even remember where I took it to. Must have been Heathrow. I'm sure it's Heathrow I took it to. I'm curious now. Let me find out. 2 hours. Oh yeah, Heathrow. It was Heathrow. Back on the 24th of March. Heard it, but didn't see it. Wizz Air over there being different, calling it their Pink Friday sale. Right, I'm just going to delete a few things that are running at the moment to try and help out. Cool. All right. So that gets rid of that. Okay. David says it's 8 p.m. in Seoul. So it's time. You were full of drink and frantically dancing to Gangnam Style. I don't have the energy to do it. Like, by all means, like if you want to do it, not stopping you. I haven't got the energy to do it. Gangnam Style. Feels like it was only yesterday that was an actual thing. How long ago was it that Gangnam Style was a thing? Was it like 2013 or something, wasn't it? I'm sure it was like 2013. Fuck off. Why are you telling me that? "2012", says Dom. Bloody hell. 11 years ago. Brandon says 2012, I was 6. "2012, I was 20. I was 20 years old. Oh, to be 20 again. This beeping is actually really doing my head in. It is doing my head in to the point now I don't want to listen to it anymore. So, we're going to stop. I looked it up. No, why am I now watching it? That's on you, Dom. That's not on anyone else. Okie doke.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Sound should be back on now. We're going to go for pushback and everything else. Can't listen to the beeping too much longer. So what we'll do as well, we've got the nav lights.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Beacon can go on. Fuel is on already. The fuck? Oh, is this the glitch? This is the glitch, isn't it? Our doors are shut, but we can hear everything on the outside still. Yeah, that's the glitch. Wayne says 21 was a nightclub bar manager, good times. Giving out 3-course meals.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
No doubt as well, for McDonald's. Something I was going to do. What was it I was going to do? Oh. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Alright.
Locking gear.
That's locking gear, that's fine. I didn't know if it'd frozen or something. So yeah, so once we're on the move, I'll do a poll for the evening. You'll see in a minute what it is. But just something myself and Wayne spoke about. Okay, so let's push back. And we want to go.
Exiting from editing mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes, please.
Here we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So engine number 2 can go on. We'll wait for the numbers. Sorry, we'll look for the N2 number. Which is 16, 17, 18, 19. In goes the fuel. Here we go. Can you hear the boom? And engine 1. Waiting. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Bang with the fuel. Here we go.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Wayne says I was tight ass in free drinks. Only my fiance at the time got free drinks. Fuck everyone else. Dave says, I love how the lyrics of Gangnam Style are just random gibberish interspersed with, hey, sexy lady. Very much like a night out in Glasgow.
Unlocking gear.
Very good. So Copenhagen scenery is Fly Tampa, which are one of the best developers out there for airport sceneries. And scenery for this airport is from FlightSim.2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
See, I like this woman. She's very precise. She's also very quick, and she sounds very enthusiastic about her job, which is lovely. Not compared to the normal lady we get, which is just, she sounds a bit boring. She sounds bored. Alright, taxi lights are on. Quick movement of the rudder. Go to the old F and F. Yeah, all good. Horizontal stabilizer working good as well. You probably can't see it, but ladies, they're just giving us a wave. Should be walking off now. There she goes. And we're good for taxi. Right, let's have a look at our taxi pattern today. So we are going to pretty much just go straight between the trees and onto, yeah, so it's November 12, then it's November 4, all the way down to runway 19. Ideal. Yeah, ideal. Right, parking brake off. Let's go. So Copenhagen bound. Hello. Interesting. So that taxiway there is November 11, which is not what we want. We want November 12, which is on the other side. So taxiing in between the trees. Trees at Keflavik. It's the flight sim. I mean, I don't know. Nothing's ever going to be properly true to life. Okay, we'll set flaps as well. Wayne's be right back. Got to pop to the shop for for milk. He's got no milk. Got no milk for his coffee. 5 degrees of flaps set. Still raining. Stuttering like mad. Why are we stuttering like mad? What's going on? Literally why are we stuttering so bad? It's fucking Keflavik. Why are we stuttering? That's really bizarre. Really strange. You might be alright. Doesn't fill me with hope when we get to Copenhagen though, if this is how it's behaving. Right, left turn, we'll put the flight director on. British Airways taxiing out. Still waiting for a British Airways livery on the a proper one, at least on the Ini builds A320neo. Okay, so BA heading back to Heathrow. That sky there, I mean that takeoff there is going to be fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Beautiful sky. Once he gets rolling, which he will do now. Off he, oh. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Okay. Landing lights can go on. Strobes can go on as well. Can't hear anything, so we should be fine. Let's line up. As we line up, I'm going to turn the sound up for this one, so I'm going to shush, and yeah, we'll get off and underway to Copenhagen. Enjoy the sounds, real sounds of the 767-300. Let's go. Stunning. just absolutely incredible. What more do you say about it? That sky is just insane. It's about as good as it gets. Don't do Icelandic flights much, but when you do, you are treated to some of the most incredible skies you'll ever witness on the flight sim. I've done a few flights out of Iceland, not too many, and they have never disappointed with the sky. Never disappointed. Just insane. Just so good. Not bad for Captain Sim. I say if you mod it out as much as you can turn what is essentially a really bad add-on into a really good one. So off we pop for the journey. Okay, there we go. So we're popping up to cruise right now, which means we can get you look at that. Look at that. I think they could work a lot better on the clouds, if I'm honest, because you see where the clouds are moving, it's very like grainy. That's weird. It's that PMDG stutter, but I'm getting it for this plane now. See that? See how smooth it is away from the 7.6? See it? That's smooth. That's not as smooth. Well, I don't know why I get that. It's weird. So there we go. Beautiful 767 on its way to Copenhagen. Lewis says the sounds amazing, and he asked for a turn and burn, so we duly obliged with a turn and burn. It does sound fantastic. The sound packs come from FT Sim, and when you get them working, like same for the 747s, 777s, etc. When you get them working, it turns what is an average or below average, or for some people really bad add-on, into something that is just, yeah, you kind of forget. You forget that it's a Captain Sim aeroplane. Also our cabin view as well for today. Wayne's returned. Wayne missed the takeoff, but fear not, you can go back and give it a watch while we're still streaming here. Okay, also going to put a poll into the chat for tonight. So tonight, me and Wayne were talking about it. We were either thinking to do Train Sim World again or continue with Fall Guys and get everyone involved. Let me know what you think. Wayne says caffeine was urgently required. Dom says wholly depends on what line you have in mind for the train sim. Very good. I like that. I am thinking London Underground. Because what I want to do is essentially I want to do one that's like an hour long, like we did last night with the Victoria to thingy, Victoria to Brighton, and then possibly do a return. So I want to get a return done. So I figured if we're going to do Train Sim World again, that's the idea of it, because I think they only keep it to about an hour long for the journeys, unless there is one on there that is longer, and that's why it's a little bit more expensive. I don't know too much into it. I'm sure someone will be able to fill me in, I'm sure, but yeah. You got Fall Guys for a bit of a giggle, or we can do Train Sim World as people enjoyed that last night as well. And without loading the game up to tell you what routes, I can find them and I can give you maybe another poll if that is, of course, what happens. Edinburgh to Glasgow via Falkirk. I know it's on it. How long is it? How long is it, Edinburgh to Glasgow? Lewis says I'm going to check out and head to the station. Take care. See you all tomorrow. Yeah, take it easy, Lewis. Thanks for popping in. Look after your head. Plenty of orange juice, I swear by it. The problem is they don't tell you how long the routes are unless you actually buy it and then go into it. So I don't know if the more expensive it is. We'll take that recommendation, Tom. Orange juice with bits is always the way that I go with for that. It's always the one for me. Ooh, okay. So I found something. So I found a website that tells me all the add-ons that are on there and the mileage and everything else. So that should give me a rough idea as to how long the things will be. So considering yesterday we did we did London Victoria to Brighton, which was 50 miles. There's ones here that are 75 miles, 67 miles. Nosing. Blackpool branch line with a pacer. A lot of hype around at the moment. Says Wayne. It's like 30 quid though for an adult. It's crazy. £30 G's, maybe not then. Yeah, Ian told me about it. Ian downloaded it. And it's like 30 quid. But it must be worth it. Oh. Oh, should I mention it? I'm going to mention it. So, I was looking at one yesterday, which was the southeastern high-speed route from London St Pancras to Ashford International and Faversham, right? So I'm looking at the details and everything else. I'll read it out very quickly. It says, versatility and modern precision combine in the BR Class 395 EMU, Britain's fastest train operating at 140 miles an hour. I read that and went, okay, cool, that sounds pretty cool. Then it also says, take charge of classic services on the Chatham Main Line with the reliable BR Class 375/9 in a running in a variety of formations between Rochester and Faversham. Oh dear. I'm half tempted to do that now. Rochester and Faversham. I think that'd be quite good. You can't escape it. You can't escape Chatham. I think it's clear that people want train sim world again. Yeah, I was just reading it on Steam, and it was like, yeah, the Chatham Main Line between Rochester and Faversham. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. So it also says, get a taste of the 90s with the unmistakable motor wines of the BR Class 465/9. Fill in the gaps with additional commuter services on the Chatham Main Line, or go full Kent Link networker on many trains that stretch between Medway, Gravesend and Dartford. You can't escape it. Can't escape it. Noah 1 says, which 767 is this? This is the Captain Sim one, but heavily modded for a better experience. But hello to you. London to Edinburgh for us. Unfortunately, you can't do London to Edinburgh. You can't just do it as an open world, which is a bit annoying. The overall thing is about 89 miles. See, I'm looking at these. I'm looking at these trains like that come with the thing, and I'm just like, I haven't got a clue. I don't know what these trains are. I don't know what they are. But I'll read them out to what this comes with, because I feel like we could do this. So it's 89 miles, route between London St Pancras to Ashford International and Faversham, including Dartford. You've got the BR Class 395 EMU in South Eastern High Speed 10th Anniversary and Trainbow liveries. Class 379/9 EMU in Southeastern Dark Blue livery. Class 465/9 EMU in Southeastern Blue Stripe livery, and a Class 66 diesel locomotive in EWS livery. That means nothing to me. I have no idea. But yeah, so I found this. I'd love to know what Jim thinks. This could be quite interesting. Yeah. So we could, if we did this, I mean, it is odd enough, it's quite cheap to buy as well. We could do the 90s route between on the Chatham Main Line through Medway, Gravesend, and Dartford. Oh dear. David says, imagine all the little cardboard containers of McDonald's chips that are discarded on that service. I imagine there'd be quite a few. Right, ignoring all of that for the moment, I'm going to bring a chap on who's actually done this route and suggested it to me. Why? There we go. Oh gosh. There we go. Dom, can you hear me? I don't think he knows. Ignoring all of that for the moment, I'm going to bring a bit of echo. Hang on. Right, Dom's here. Just hang on a sec. Right, Dom's here. Just hang on a second. Oh, whoa, okay. I'm still hearing myself. That's weird. Hang on.
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha. Oh, I can still hear myself.
Will do. One sec, I will try and sort this.
That's right. Just wait and see what happens there. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know if you might have to mute the stream or something. If you're watching it, you might have to mute it for the minute. We'll get this sorted. Any good?
Your music. Correct.
We'll get there eventually, everyone. Yeah, so Dom's gonna be with us. He was the one that suggested the route. I'll just put the music on pause for a moment.
Okay, how can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay.
All good.
You're no longer frozen, I can understand what you're saying.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I know Streamlabs is a little bit of a pain in the ass when it comes to trying to get other people on the stream as well. When we do the games night and everything else, it tends to mess everything up again. But at least you're here. At least it works. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very well. Very well. You requested this because it was a flight that you had done. So tell us all about it.
Well, I've seen some videos about it. It was a business class flight. It's last, as you know, the 767, or you may not know, 767 about to be scrapped on Icelandair, which means it's the end of Icelandair wide body service. So, my reasoning for jumping on the flight, wanted to get on business class as soon as I could.
I'm just trying to upload. Why is it not uploading? You need a new. What do you mean I need a? Right, okay, that's fine. I've got the clips. I'm trying to play the clips. Yeah, got the clips. Trying to play the clips. It's not letting me play the clips because apparently when it loads again, I require a HEVC video extensions codec pack,
What?
which is new to me because I can normally play the files in the MOV files quite easily, so I don't understand why. It's telling me I need to get it. Stupid bloody thing.
What, is it telling you to pay for it or something?
Yeah, well, it's 79 pence. But the fact that, like...
I'm sure someone can donate 75 pence.
That's really strange. I've never had that before. Never had it. Let's just see what happens if I purchase it. It shouldn't have to, really.
Here's your computer, and I'll download the DLC.
Oh god. Which means something went wrong. How can it go wrong?
This isn't going well.
Bloody hell. Literally, all I want. Have I got caps lock on? No.
Yeah, Jim's got it right. Captain, first officer in action.
Something went wrong. Fuck off then. That's really annoying. If I can get the clips fixed, which I will do, probably after the stream, well, I'll show them off a bit later and that. But yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so you wanted to get on it just oh, I can hear myself still. Are you watching the stream as?
No.
Hang on.
Still hear yourself?
I think so. Yeah. What about now? I can't hear anything now. That's fine. Mute the output. That doesn't work. That is still giving me an output. Who cares at this point? It doesn't matter. It's fine. Anyway, so how was the experience then? For those obviously, you haven't put the video out yet, but just sort of as a sneaky peek to those that might be looking forward to it.
Icelandair business class, absolutely amazing. I mean, for a 3-hour flight, they got through a full meal service, which was amazing. I've got the menu still here. I don't know if you'll be able to play the video, so I'll just read it out. It was,
yeah, I can't play it at the moment, which is a bit annoying.
It was omelette with bacon and croissant, egg roll, something called overnight oats. I don't know what the difference between normal oats and overnight oats are.
I've heard of overnight oats. I'm not entirely sure what.
It was nice.
What
It
the
had
difference
berries
is
and things
between
in
that
it.
and
So
overnight.
yeah, that just sounds like a breakfast somebody's left out to the next day to me.
Yeah.
But no, it was really good. I had a cheese platter afterwards, and then as many drinks as you wanted. Went for gin and tonic, and might have had a glass of wine afterwards as well. And I think I probably had about 4 or 5 drinks by the time I got to Copenhagen. Because I also went to the Saga Lounge, because Icelandair's business class is called Saga class for some reason. They just have to be different. But it's called Saga class, and you get in their lounge. Their lounge is like one of the hardest ones to get into, because they don't. It's not like normal lounges where it's like partnered with other airlines. You only get in if you're on Icelandair or have like some status with an Icelandair associated credit card or something.
All right. That's fair enough.
So that lounge was amazing. The food in there was great as well,
Yeah.
and they had drinks everywhere.
Comfortable.
very, very, and it's got a 360-degree view of Keflavik. So
lovely.
Plenty of opportunities for plane spotting.
Very nice. And they're not going to be in the fleet for much longer. Is it end of the year? Not the end of the year, but they're out soon.
The start of next year.
Yeah.
Start of next year, they're getting rid of the 767s. So, end of wide body Icelandair. It will be narrow body only, which I think is a shame. I really think Icelandair should have gone for some, I don't know, A330neos or 767s. Or 787, sorry.
Yeah. They've gone for the A321s.
They've slashed their Max order after the big hoo-ha with the Max, and for the first time ever, Icelandair have bought Airbus.
Should be a good one. One to potentially sort of look out on your channel as a future video when they eventually get them.
Yes, definitely, because Icelandair still are one of the cheapest ways across the Atlantic.
There you go. Anyone sort of looking for travel tips, this is probably the best way of doing it, especially over to Iceland and stuff. Dom is your man. Tends to find flights.
That being said, I don't know why I'm holding a comb. That being said, Play Airlines, anyone can go and look this up now. The cheapest route across the Atlantic, the single cheapest route, because I've looked for it so much, is Play Airlines from Dublin to either Boston or New York. You can get that for as low as £210 return with a stop in Keflavik.
Oh, that's very good.
So anybody that wants a trip abroad to the States, Play Airlines, just get a cheapo Ryanair or whatever, wherever you are, just get cheapo Ryanair flight to Dublin, get your Play Airlines flight across the Atlantic. That's the cheapest way.
It's very good. £210 return is virtually nothing if you think about it.
I think it was actually 207, but I was just rounding it up.
No, just round up here. £207 is still very good though. It's still very, very good.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Probably do that next time I go. Last time I went to the States, which is the videos I'm releasing at the moment, is all the America flights, was on North Atlantic. I think you did a flight with them recently. Went out in their economy and then came back in their premium economy, and their premium economy is more like a business class, to be honest. If you're comparing it to the other American airlines, it's more like a business class, and that was stupid cheap as well. Trying to remember what that was.
Yeah, still very, very good. In regards to the Icelandair flight that you did, obviously you'll be sad to see the 767s going, having had the experience on them. I suppose key question: would you recommend it to other people, given what you've just mentioned, by saying get on it as soon as you can, sort of thing?
Yes, I would, because they're changing the whole layout of it. It's a great plane to go on, and if you can get in the business class, it's the sound you get from the engines is amazing.
Fantastic. Good stuff. When can we expect the video?
A few weeks' time. I've got a backlog of about 20 videos. So I'm juggling them around, trying to find out which ones to put when. So probably next few weeks, I think.
Carl's asking, can you even do Scotland to London on a train that cheap?
What, £210 return?
Something like that.
If you download the app TrainPal, or similar apps that do split tickets, you can. The one to look out for if you want it on a train as cheaply as possible from Edinburgh to London would probably be Lumo.
Good stuff.
You can get about 30 odd pounds one way.
So you're quite notorious for looking at the flights and then going, you're making me want to buy it. And you end up doing it as well.
Yes.
Such examples as Honolulu to Boston and
that video's out.
Anything you've got in mind for sort of the next sort of year or so, or is it something you're keeping under wraps for obviously your videos and stuff?
At the moment, it's a wait and see, because I've done the second part of this year was a massive batch of videos got filmed, so it's a wait and see, really. Got a few video ideas. The channel itself will be changing quite a lot. I'm gonna pivot to more towards focusing down on flights and trains rather than like I used to do, like city exploring and things like that.
Yeah.
Probably just keep that for like member only videos or something like that. But yeah, this year is really about nailing down on the flights and the trains.
Good stuff. Carl says Lumo looks a good company. Might need to give them a try next year. Do you agree?
Yeah, I haven't tried them myself yet. I've just seen their prices and their cabin, and gonna give them a try. I think I'm probably gonna do an LNER versus Lumo or something along those lines. Take one down, take the other back up, just to see how they are. Compare the economy class products. I don't think Lumo has a business or first class. I know LNER does. I was on that the other day, and that was a big disappointment.
Is there anything you've been on that you sort of wish you had sort of reviewed in a video, but felt like you had to put up there anyway, or has it just all been pretty decent for what you've been on?
Anything? There are a couple of videos I haven't released because of incidents. I was an airline called Icelandair. I don't know if you heard of them.
Yep.
Spanish one. They're terrible. They actually claim on their website they're the third best Spanish airline, and then in brackets by fleet size.
Wow.
If you want to go on their website, yeah. I was filming out the windows on an ATR down to Birmingham, and yeah, they threatened to sue me. Cabin crew came over, threatened to sue me, so I was like, yeah, I don't really like this airline.
Say no more.
Yeah, it was actually meant to be a Flybe flight at the time, but
yeah.
Yeah,
not ideal.
the zombified second iteration of Flybe.
That's not great. So one to avoid is them.
Yeah, Icelandair, not good. The other, I'm gonna start doing quite a few like versus videos, like the economy versus business class products on the ones that I can get on, and that's just mainly taking advantage of like cheap upgrades and things like that. So yeah, I think I've got North Atlantic, Air Baltic. Trying to think about the others. Got Greenlandair, Air Greenland. Can't remember which way around it is.
I'm reading what Wayne's put. I feel like I might need a translator, but I'll go for it. He says problem Lumo have is they're an open operator, which means their services have to give away to LNER, etc. Which kin? There is echoing, by the way. I don't know how to fix this one. So you have to ignore the echoing. And it's purely my voice being played again, I think, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Just unless there's like a noise suppression thing that it could potentially be pressed. I don't know.
Yeah. Noise suppression on
might work.
My one. Don't know if it's working.
I think that's better.
I'll see on my laptop.
I don't think there's any echoing now.
No echoing? Okay, that's fine.
I can't hear myself, so I think we're good.
Okay, that's perfect.
That was my last. That was my last resort. Was the potential like a noise cancelling thingy, but yeah,
right, okay.
Yeah, it seems to be alright.
Have I got the stream on my laptop? No, I don't. I switched it off because of that same problem earlier.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not an issue. Yeah, so if anyone's got any questions for Dom in regards to either the flight that he took that we're currently doing, or anything else, get them in the chat. We'll ask them.
Where is the route that the flight is taking? The 767.
I'll show you. So what we've got is, if I zoom out, so we've gone over sort of the like southernmost point of Iceland, over the Faroe Islands. Very briefly, and I mean it's like very close to touching Norway.
That's kind of that's basically the route.
Yeah, and then into Denmark, past Aarhus.
Yeah, that's the route it took.
Yeah. And into the runway 4 left is what has been designated today. So yeah, I imagine it's pretty much the same as, or roughly the same as what you took.
Yeah, I saved the flight radar screenshot for it. Yeah, it looks basically like that.
No, fair enough. Fair play. Brandon's back as well. He had to go for a bit. Knocks their reliability. Wayne, I strongly suggest proofreading what you type before sending it. It's making my brain hurt.
I don't even know what that means. Knocks their reliability.
I think it's supposed to be an add-on from what he says earlier, in the earlier thing about them being an open operator, which means their services have to give way to LNER, etc., which kin. And I think kin is supposed to be knocks their liability. Knocks their liability. Yeah.
That's a tongue twister.
Right. Yeah. So if you've had a few like swigs of like alcohol and stuff, that's still enough to make you go what?
Yeah.
A little bit like it. So I'm sure he'll correct himself in the chat.
We hope.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Was it the first time you flew with Icelandair?
No, first time I went to Iceland years ago, I flew on their 757. Not one of the fancy liveries. I really want to get on one of the fancy liveries. They do actually have, never seen an airline do this, on their website for their 757s. You know, they got the 3 liveries, the one in the Aurora, the one in like the mountainscape, and then the Icelandic flag one. They've got those 3 liveries. You can actually request one of those flights on your flight.
As in request one of the special ones?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I've never seen an airline do that, where you can request a specific plane.
That is quite interesting. Yeah, that's
if
interesting.
you've got your booking number and everything, you put it in a few months in advance, and you can request. Obviously, it's up to the airline whether you get it or not, but you can request that the flight be that aircraft.
I was about to say how that works, because I'd say if you requested, I don't know, the Heckler Aurora 757 and you never got it, like, would you get some sort of compensation for not being
no, it's just a free request. You don't have to pay anything for it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other airline that does it. I know obviously Brussels have got quite a few special liveries, but I wouldn't have thought Brussels do like a special request of, would you like to be on a Smurfs plane or
Smurfs plane. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Smurfs plane. Apparently that one, if you board it, it plays a Smurfs theme song or something when you board. I couldn't imagine anything worse.
Wow.
Like
that's going the extra mile for the livery
as well. You imagine how long boarding takes, and you're listening to the Smurfs the whole time.
Well, it's a bit like JetBlue playing that whatever that song is. Not JetBlue, Jet2.
Oh, not Jess Glynn.
Yes.
What? When you board, surely.
Yes.
Bloody hell.
At least they used to. About 3-4 years ago, they used to play it constantly.
Jesus.
The crew, I think, were about to shoot themselves every time I got on.
So no wonder she's irrelevant now.
Yeah. I think they've got it on the radio as well on the plane.
That's crazy. It's crazy. I always thought it was just for the
they've just got the rights to that song, and they're going to use it as much as they can.
There's milking it, and then there's that. Now Jess Glynn is now completely...
Well, they are from Yorkshire, so they don't want to spend any more money.
No. Definitely not. Brandon's got a model of the special livery Icelandair 757-200. Is it what's that one he says there? FIU. Is that Heckler? It is, yeah, FIU, Heckler Aurora 757 in model form. Very much sought after when it came out. Wayne, I'm sure, will tell you that. But it's one that we're eagerly awaiting on the flight sim. is the 757, and no doubt that will come out almost immediately. Carl's asking, have you ever done any overnight sleeper trains?
Now, see, I want to do the overnight sleeper trains, both the ones in the UK, the GWR and the Caledonian Sleeper. My thoughts are to do them, and I might be just a bit mad, is to do them back to back so I don't have to do hotels.
Ah, okay. Which ones are you looking into in particular, or you've not sort of thought about it yet?
Probably do Aberdeen to London on the Caledonian Sleeper, or maybe go the whole hog and go from Fort William down to London on the Sleeper, spend the day in London, then take the GWR over to Penzance in the Sleeper, and then fly from there back to Edinburgh, I think, or Aberdeen. No, the Loganair goes to Aberdeen. Yeah.
That'd be quite interesting. What about America? What have you sort of... Because I've seen a few videos of people that have done it in America, and it looks like quite an interesting experience.
I want to do the one from Vancouver over to Calgary.
Okay.
That one I think is pretty good. There's a couple of Amtrak ones, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's a sleeper that goes from Calgary to Vancouver, Vancouver to Calgary, and it goes through the Rockies, and it looks amazing. The other one I would like to do is probably a couple in Australia, but that's a long way off yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched any from sort of Australia. I know who are the ones I've watched. I think Paul Lucas has done a few sleeper train videos as well. I don't know if there's any in like Europe, like Italy and stuff like that. I'm sure there is. I'm sure I've seen something like it. I may be sort of making that up now, but
yeah,
there's some.
Yeah, the Italian one's pretty good. I think. Do they still do the? What's the one that had the murders on it? The one with the Belgian detective. Can't remember it now. My brain's just dead.
One for the chat, I think.
Yeah.
See who's a smart one in the chat. See if they remember.
Claro or something like that. Well, the Orient Express. That's
Orient Express. There you go. Carl's got it.
Yeah. Carl. Yep. Snap. Yeah, I think they still do that from Vienna to Istanbul.
Oh, okay.
That would be a good one to do.
Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express, says David as well. Yeah, people are getting it, so it's all good.
Yeah, that would be good to do, just without the murder.
Wayne's I think now sort of translated his own comment. He says, Lumo, because they don't have priority on the main line, they have to give away the LNER, and cross-country in the services are often out on slow lines or held at signal junctions. Open access operators often put in gaps in the mainline timetables.
Right, okay, so it's,
Doesn't make any sense to me, but I mean...
Yeah, what I think it is just the gaps in the service that are, like, contracted out by the government or whatever.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Every day's a school day when it comes to this sort of thing. So it's
yeah, I'm no expert on trains. I'm no expert on planes actually. Anyway,
Wayne's the resident expert when it comes to trains. Ever since doing the train sim world and mentioning about doing train sim and everything else, he's been inundating me with information about trains, and I'm like, I still don't know what it means. I still have no idea what it means. But it's good to kind of learn all about it. Jim says 9-hour stream. Who's that jackass trying to fool? I know he's on about. It's fine. Yeah.
Is it a certain somebody
who's not allowed to comment on this chat now? Yes.
Sorry, that's my dogs.
That's right. That's right. And Wayne says because they don't pay franchise amounts to the government. Following on from what he said earlier. Fair play. Yeah, Jim, 9-hour stream. I still don't know where he gets the idea from doing a 9-hour stream.
Never.
DHL 777. But yeah, there you go. All right, wonderful stuff. So
I've never seen a DHL 777. I don't think DHL exists.
No,
he's just making it up.
Just make it up. Make it up as you go. It's a bit like the real world operations of a Virgin Atlantic A320. You know the A320 that they got, 320 Neos.
Yeah, I know them.
Because I can't believe I didn't know about that. But yeah, apparently they're flying around in old livery as well. Real world.
Oh right, okay. Retro livery for them, maybe.
Apparently, I just didn't even know they had A320 Neos. But there you go. Every day's a school day when it comes to aviation.
I do miss what was it, Little Red?
Little Reds, yeah, Little Reds. I know they had. I did want to try them back in the day, but never really got around to doing it.
I do miss them. It's like we've lost all of our regional airlines bar Loganair in the UK.
Good old Loganair.
I think Loganair and Eastern Airways are the only two that are clinging on for dear life.
Yeah, and yeah, it'd be a shame if they, not that I would either wish them or wish it upon them or anything else, or even like try and speculate. But it'd be a shame if they went, because then I think it'd just be. I think it'd be.
We'd be at the mercy of trains, and you know what train prices are like in the UK.
Well, I think for me, the key thing with, I know I mentioned it a few times already, but the key thing with like Flybe and stuff was it connected a lot of Southwest airports, like Exeter and Newquay, to like what I call the real world, so that you could get like connecting flights to elsewhere. So you didn't really have to think about trains or driving up or anything else. Now that they're gone again, we're kind of stuck. And I know Ryanair's kind of doing a little bit of that in terms of taking people from Newquay to Stansted, which I think is quite a good one.
Isn't that only seasonal now, though?
I think so. Let me just look on.
Just 1 second.
That's right. Oh, it might be seasonal. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is seasonal. It's not showing up on the. It's not showing up on flight radar.
All right.
But it fills it in from a little bit of for that sort of thing, to take people up that way. Yes, it's not.
Yeah, I mean Exeter used to be what, 3 million passengers annually.
Yeah, I mean Newquay itself. If we focus on Newquay, it's growing in passenger numbers each year by having all these different airlines coming to sort of serve them. Like Scandinavian was the latest one from last year that came in from like Copenhagen and stuff like that. It's something a bit different. Edelweiss from Zurich, Düsseldorf, Eurowings and stuff like that. So passenger numbers are getting there, but then it's like now we've got nothing. So there's nothing like I mean, apart from the very, I mean, it could again be seasonal because I can't see it on there, or it's not often, but they do like Newquay to Manchester, EasyJet, and things like that. You don't have things that are quite, apart from Eastern, like you say, doing Newquay to London Gatwick and stuff like that. You haven't really got any other option, and apparently Eastern are quite expensive from what.
They are very expensive. They're similar to Loganair, if not more expensive than Loganair on some routes.
It's just we don't.
I know
have
they do
else.
offer like a commuter ticket if you're like commuting. You can get like 10 flights for a discounted price if you buy them in a batch.
It just puts a lot of people offline, I think, from down here at least anyway, because other than the Ryanair connection or the odd EasyJet connection, there's not really anything else. And I don't think a lot of people want to pay but feel like they have to in order to get to where they want to, because they don't want to train or drive up, which is to do the Gatwick.
Yeah, I mean, but even there's some areas that just don't have the option of a decent timed train. Look at the Cardiff to Anglesey. I mean, that airport shut down very quietly after the Eastern flight went.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. It's a weird thing. So like I did it with the first incarnation of Flybe, where for £75 return you could do a weekend in London. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite good. and then you look up like Eastern, and it's like two and a half times that. Just for
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
I'm just like I can't do that. I can't justify paying £200 for traveling 40 minutes on the plane.
Yeah, the problem is, and you look at HS2 now as well, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's all just gone
it
horribly
was
wrong
meant to
for
be
HS2.
an alternative, but yeah, it looks like the BA flight from Manchester to Heathrow is still going to go strong.
Yeah, just it staggers me that there's not something that's. I mean, I don't know if someone out there sort of just sitting on something to be like, we'll do like connection flights through all these different places. I know there are a thing in the past. I know things like airlines like Bryman and stuff like that, like we've been mentioning quite a few times, with like Dash 7s doing like Plymouth, when Plymouth was an open airport, to Heathrow to Newquay, and you think that's a waste of a flight, but it's connecting people to all these different places and stuff like that. So whether that is now a thing of like, it's whether it's a thing of the past because of the whole climate crap that's going on and everything else.
This really annoys me. Wish
I'm put up now. Sorry.
I could rant incoming. People tend to give the whole climate argument about against flying. Flying makes up about, the globe, flying makes up about 3% of the carbon emissions. The UK is 2%, so it's about 1.5 times what the UK belches out is all of aviation.
I find it staggering that you'll have all these people that will protest, like for example, you know, the Extinction Rebellion or whatever they're bloody called at the time. They'll protest and everything else, and Greta Thunberg herself, you know, like coming over to countries and stuff like that. And I sit there and go, well, how did you get here in the first place? Like, you flew on a plane.
Yeah, or that one time she took a boat across the Atlantic.
Yeah. That's all for public, all for like PR stunts and all that. But I'm sure
exactly.
she flew. I'm sure she flew. And you see all these like just stop oil people that like stop people on the roads and stuff, so the cars are just burning up fuel. And I'm like,
yeah.
In what way do you think this is helping?
I know. It's I mean, the energy efficiency of a petrol car is about 40 times less than that of a jet engine. The per pound of fuel that you use is about 40 times less efficient. Plus, I think... Sorry, that's my dog again. Plus, I think the aviation industry is probably the only industry that is trying to move towards like eco-friendly stuff on its own. It's not getting any massive grants or anything like that. They're developing hydrogen planes on their own. Look at the Airbus stuff. The LEAP engines that came in a few years ago, they were so much more efficient and everyone wanted them.
If you look at like
it's the only industry that moves towards itself, and that's just because the airlines are terrified of regulation, so they want to jump the gun.
Yeah, it's when you look at the stats and everything else, and the facts and everything else, it makes you think what they're protesting about when it comes to like air travel and everything else. And you think it's not doing that much harm, especially when airplanes are becoming more fuel efficient.
Yeah, airplanes will always become more fuel efficient. There is some stuff for hydrogen, even electric planes for short flights. I mean, look at the Orkney inter-island flights. You could replace that with an electric flight.
Yeah. So it's not like they're just sat there, you know, throwing out, you know, 707s and everything else that are pumping out smoke out the back of the engines, which, you know, annoys a lot of people. That
yeah, I like David's comment there. The demise of BMI didn't help either. Yeah, I see that office every day when I go to work at Dice Airport, just abandoned.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, BMI were a good airline. There's lots of opinions that I think people have put in there. Just very quickly, Carl's asked about what your longest flight is that you've done.
My longest flight? Oh yes, I saw that. I forgot. On the channel, I believe it's a toss-up between my flight from Frankfurt to Bengaluru or the Honolulu to Boston one. I think they're about the same length.
I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're about 10 hours.
David says that building is about to be knocked down, apparently.
Oh, is it? Well, that's going to make getting to work very interesting because my office is down that road and there's no other way to get down there.
We mentioned obviously the real world Virgin Atlantic 320 Neo stuff like that, but on a more serious note, David says Little Red were great. I used them a lot on Aberdeen to Heathrow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like airports have just been gutted in the UK while the prices have just gone through the roof. I mean, back to what I was saying about getting across the Atlantic, that play flight from Dublin to New York, say, at £207, the same flight from Glasgow, which is a little bit closer than Dublin, is £260. So you're cheaper spending the £30 for the Ryanair return from the UK to Dublin than you are flying from a UK airport direct.
Makes no sense.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm looking at some flights to do some business class flights because they seem to be the ones that get views. So looking at doing some business class flights in the future. I really want to do like economy versus business class stuff. And I'm looking at some of them. It's cheaper to fly to New York business class. It's cheaper to get a Ryanair flight from the UK to Riga and then get Turkish Airlines business class from Riga to New York via Istanbul than it is flying Turkish Airlines or British Airways from Heathrow to New York.
I always find it fascinating. I was looking last year, but I never got around to doing it. But hopefully next year I am about like going to New York and stuff like that. And it was crazy to me how I was looking at just typical direct London to New York flights, BA, stuff, whatever. And they were like expensive. I mean, properly expensive. £1,000 if that, right? For return for 10 days if that. And I was like, right, okay, fair enough. Then I looked at going via a place. So I was looking up like Frankfurt, Lisbon, etc. like that. The cheapest one I found was Lisbon, which was about £400 cheaper on a return. So going from like Heathrow to Lisbon, Lisbon to New York, and then back the same way. And I was like, how does that work? How does it work that can be cheaper than actually directly flying between London and New York? So it also fascinates me because it's like you're trying out all these different. You wouldn't really think. Oh no, London to New York. Let's fly with TAP Portugal or Lufthansa. Immediately as a Brit, I think British Airways or Virgin.
Yeah, I mean it's British Airways like premier route, isn't it? New York, London.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is mental. I won't read that one, Jim.
Yes, okay.
Are the echoes back? Interesting.
My sister Wayne's. I like Wayne's comment.
Yeah. My sister flying Virgin from Heathrow to New York. Her flights cost her a small fortune. Okay, she's flying over Christmas though, but still.
Yeah. Brandon, talk about North Atlantic there as well.
North are the ones I'm looking into next year. I've been told they're supposed to be super cheap. So
they are super cheap. My flight return before I got my business class economy plus upgrade was £250 to return from Gatwick.
Very good. It is very good.
Yeah, if you can catch North Atlantic in a sale, it's amazing because you get to fly on the 787 as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do next year is catch a good sale, buy it.
Yeah, and, if you do want a meal on board, sorry, that's my dog again. Okay, I think she's quiet now. Yeah, the North Atlantic, the one thing I will say about them is it's a budget airline. People have to remember that. It's a budget airline. It's like getting on an EasyJet. You need to add all your add-ons before you get on board.
Yeah, that's one to obviously think about. I think.
Yeah.
For next year,
If you want a meal on board, you have to pre-book it because the options are very limited meal-wise on board. It's very much if they have leftover and if they have stock. So if you want a meal, pre-book it.
Yeah, I got I got it recommended, and I was like, yeah, it'd probably be my go-to for that sort of thing, because I know they were supposed to, like I say, supposed to be quite cheap. Not looked at flights properly yet, but seems like it's a reasonable price and everything else. And like I say, for that price and to fly a 787.
Yeah, the cheapest flight on a 787, if you want it, you'd have to get there though, is funnily enough, Oslo to Stockholm.
All right.
£32.
Wow.
One way.
Well, that's actually very, very good.
And guess what airline that is with? I'll put it to the comments if you can guess what airline that is with. No one will get it.
Yeah, Oslo to Stockholm.
Oslo to Stockholm, 787. Guess what airline it is?
Yes, I imagine I can think of one off the top of my head, but I imagine it would be wrong. So it may not be the obvious answer that I've got in my head. In fact, it won't be the obvious answer that's in my head. I've now just thought of why it won't.
Okay, I think Lee's got it straight away. Although he spelt it wrong.
So we got a knowledgeable bunch in the chat.
Yeah, it's Ethiopian Airlines. It's a Fifth Freedom flight, which I've also done on the Singapore A350 leg between Milan and Barcelona.
Oh, very good.
A350, and that was during Storm Babette, which was coming over the Alps by the time I think we were at 35,000 feet, and the clouds were still around us. The pilot, I think, actually came up over the tannoy to say, yeah, he apologizes, but because of air traffic regulation, he can't climb to get out of it.
Yes. Brandon says Manchester to Geneva A350 looks good. That'd also be the
much more expensive.
Mm.
Much more expensive. You're looking about 180 to 230 pounds. The cheapest one is the Stockholm to Oslo leg, which you can get like a Norwegian flight to make it a bit cheaper.
David says it's a bit like the Edinburgh to Dublin on Hainan.
Yeah, that used to be the case with Hainan Airlines over to Beijing capital. Is it used to stop at Edinburgh and then carry on to Dublin and same on the way back. Now though, I believe it's two separate routes. So you got one going to Dublin, Beijing, Edinburgh, Beijing.
Brandon also says the Iberia offer from Madrid to Heathrow, 27 to £34 on the A350.
Yeah, A350 is a fantastic aircraft to fly. It's so smooth.
It's a beautiful plane. Beautiful plane. Definitely want to try and get on one for sure. And like you say, for that price as well, that's quite enticing.
Yeah, another one is Barcelona to Madrid if you want the 787.
Yeah, Air Europa, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, another good one. There's quite a few too.
They operate that daily, so it's not as like some of these flights are odd ones. Because I know from Milan to Copenhagen, Kenya Airways used to operate as well.
There you go. There's also history time as well as price time here on the channel.
Yeah, but for business class within Europe, I think probably Icelandair, back to the Icelandair, is probably the best one you're going to get within Europe. Most European business classes don't really do much for you anymore.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We're about an hour away from reaching Copenhagen. We're about to go over, or nearby yet again, am I right in saying that? Shetland Isles, yes. So it's like a carbon copy of what we did with the DHL 777, going over the Shetland Isles, and David saying to basically, if you're going to do that, get out there as quickly as you can, and get away from it as quickly as you can. So yeah, very sort of interesting to sort of hear the experience of what it was like on board the Icelandair 767. I think many people, I know David is a big watcher of your videos and stuff. He'll be looking forward to watching the the actual review, and I think I'll be looking forward to watching it as well. Just kind of after we've had a chat.
Oh, I might bump it up then. I might make it a bit sooner.
Yeah, the interest is there. I'm sure. Look, I mean, people are coming up with lots of different things now as well, such as Wayne with Helsinki to London Finnair 350.
All right. Okay. I believe that isn't a daily occurrence. I believe it's just a couple of days a week that happens.
I know it changes from time to time between 350 and a 330.
Yeah, because the majority of them is the I want to say the A320 Neo, but I'm not sure yet. Don't think so. Might be just A320.
David says, I once did Montego Bay to Kingston on a BA 747 in Landor livery. It was part of the Gatwick to Montego Bay flight.
Wow.
But still made me smile.
Yeah, no, Lufthansa last year did some 747 flights within Europe.
They did. Yeah, but at Frankfurt to Palma, wasn't it? Palma.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 747, 400, I think it was.
Yeah, I was gutted. My flight back from Bengaluru got cancelled because I was meant to be on business class on the 747.
Oh.
Yeah, it got cancelled, so I had to get an emergency Emirates flight back home.
Well, fingers crossed, this summer coming, they'll do the same thing if they see if they saw it was a successful thing for last year. Maybe they'll put it on
here's
there again.
hoping. The other airline that in the Lufthansa group that I really want to try is the Discover.
Oh yes, yeah.
That the rebranded
Eurowings, Eurowings Discover, which is now
Eurowings
just
Discovery or something.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting. Brandon says, been looking at doing that A340, 747 and a 787. I think he might mean Lufthansa.
All right, okay.
I know often.
Well, you're just going to go back and forward.
I know Lufthansa have done a few A340 flights from Frankfurt to Paris.
All right, okay, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I can't think when that was though. That was oh gosh, I know it must have been last year as well, maybe. During the month, during the month of May, 2023 it was. They scheduled wide-body aircraft on Frankfurt to Paris, including A330 and A340. From May, so it's from May the 2nd to 21st of May. Lufthansa 1026 and 1027 is scheduled with Airbus wide bodies 3 times weekly.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, so that was an opportunity for people to get on board. And they used to operate the 340s into Barcelona as well, which was quite interesting. As well, so maybe one to look out for in the summer.
Yeah, 340 I definitely want to get on. I was looking at Edelweiss. Seemed to be the most reliable A340 operator.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting. But I think for those that have been watching this in particular and have been maybe looking at Icelandair and wondering whether it's worth doing, obviously with your experience, as we said earlier, you'd give it a big thumbs up and jump on them as
absolutely. The staff are all amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, nice one. Cool. We'll leave it there. So we can sort of let you get on with everything else that needs to be done, and we can focus on trying to get this plane down in one piece.
See, David says the TriStar used to be used on Aberdeen Heathrow run. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, back in the day, BA used to use them. That was before the whole. I think there must have been more demand, and I think more variety of aircraft that could be used at the time.
Yeah, probably.
So. Yeah, interesting to know. I like learning about new things, and I say stuff.
If you want a new one airline I'm keeping an eye on. It hasn't started yet, but it's going to start with some ATRs and potentially a new flag carrier.
Okay.
Is of the little tiny country of Andorra.
Interesting. Okay.
Starting an airline. They've got their website, got the livery and everything. Go have a look at it. It looks pretty cool.
You'll have to send
because
me
Andorra does actually have an airport. It's just in Spain.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, because I think who was it? I've seen a video before of somebody said that Andorra don't have obviously a national airline because they're obviously far too small of a country, sort of thing.
Yeah, far
if
too
they are
mountainous.
starting one
And
up, that would be very interesting. Yeah, you have to find like a link or something. Send it to me. I'm interested to have a look.
yeah, I'll pop a link in the chat if that's possible.
I think if you send it to me, I'll then send it. I think I'm the only one that can do the links, which is weird. Don't know why no one else can do links, but yeah, should be fine. Wayne says BA have a habit of advertising 777-200s on Frankfurt flights, but never happens as they always do a switch last minute.
Yeah, that's the problem with wide bodies in Europe is you get equipment changes all the time.
Yeah. Well, look at British Airways when they did the A380 flights to Frankfurt when bringing them sort of like familiarisation and stuff like that after storage.
Yes.
Something like that. A few people had booked on them, managed to get on them, but a few people that then did book them end up going on like 320s. So, yeah, sorry.
That's a come down.
Yeah, sorry. I know Steve, one of our team members, managed to get on the 380 over to Frankfurt for an hour or so and then come back the same day, just for the experience. So, yeah. He managed to get on it, but yeah, I noticed a few people were complaining on like Twitter. I'm not calling it X because I think it's stupid. I do. I think it's the worst name for a social media platform. X.
Yeah, how many other things are called X now? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But yeah, so a lot of people were complaining that their A380 flight that they'd booked and they were so excited for got changed to an A320. And I was like, well,
I would be heartbroken.
Yeah, I don't know what you expected when wide body aircraft operations in Europe. It's not necessarily going to go your way all the time.
No.
But never mind. But thank you for joining this morning. And,
no problem.
Through your experience with the Icelandair flight that you did, and we will catch you very, very soon, and we'll look forward to the video as well.
Yep. Thank you for having me. Good talking to you.
Nice one. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Okay. So big thank you to Dom for. Oh god, I've pressed the wrong thing. My bad. There we go. So yeah. So yeah, big thank you to Dom for joining us this morning as the aircraft is now just about to begin a right turn. Looking good. Let's keep an eye on the polls and everything else and see where we are at. Brandon says, wait, was the Ethiopian also to Stockholm? It was indeed. I'm going to end the poll now because people want trains in the world. Okay, so I feel like we're going to have to do another poll. This is going to be interesting. Just having a look How long is this line here? We could end up doing it. Okay. Jim won't be around for an hour tonight. We'll be watching the Concorde documentary. No worries. Here comes your poll for the evening. What do you want to see? Oh God. So we've got Southeastern. London Underground, the return from last night, Brighton to London, Victoria, or the West Cornwall route. Gonna have to purchase one of them. Dom, thank you. I'll have a look at that link in a moment. Okay, we were meant to vote for the return. No. This is the train route for tonight, and providing there's time, which I imagine there would be, there'll be a return regardless. I think if we've got time to do it. But this is just particularly on more in particular on the route for this evening, because we were supposed to do Fall Guys. But I put it out into a poll about doing Train Sim World again, or Fall Guys and Train Sim World 1. So we're going to do Train Sim again. But I just need to know what route. I threw the return from Brighton to London in there, just as a thing. So got the London Underground. The West Cornwall local run from Penzance to St Austell and St Ives. Brandon says there might be a way of me sending over the southeastern route from my game. I'll have a look. Okay. So at the moment it seems to be a toss-up between southeastern and West Cornwall. Lee, afternoon. Hope you are well. Thanks for joining. Oh, Jim's heard it. Jim's heard it. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't know if you had, Jim. That's all. Didn't know if you had. Ah. Does Andorra even have an airport? That's interesting. Lee, very well here. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. I'll leave that poll running for the rest of the stream. For the train route for tonight, Southeastern London Underground, return from Brighton to London or West Cornwall. Are we going to have a drunk train driver tonight? Maybe not drunk, but there will be some alcohol, yeah. Alright, fair enough. Apparently there is. Gleda and Perpignan. Fair enough. I told you. Learn something new every day. Right, have we got any more INI builds, A320 Neo liveries? Oh, we do. Oh no. Oh no, someone did it. Oh no. And there's Indigo though. Oh, someone put Ryanair livery on it. No. No, 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 no. Somebody did it. Oh god, somebody actually did it. Somebody did it. No! No, somebody put it. Someone put the Ryanair livery on the INI Builds A320 Neo. Who was the goddamn fucking bastard that did that? Okay, now. To be fair, considering the INI Builds 320 Neo looks a lot better than the stock version, it actually doesn't look too bad. But it still looks very wrong. How could you? Whoever done that? Bastards. I might be able to get up to an Interfarnborough Air Show for free, as one of the companies there wants a temporary kitchen where my dad works. Will be pretty cool. Nice one, Brandon. I'm hoping to get over there myself. Is Transavia out? I know the first 320A. I know the 321's been painted. Is there a 320 Neo that's been painted? Curious now. Transavia 320 Neo. I know they got a 321 Neo that's been painted. That I do have for that. Oh my god, they do. Oh wow. Oh, that is smart. Yeah, that is... I'll tell you what, I've just seen it. I've just seen it. Let me bring it up on screen for you. See, I thought the 321neo looked really, really good, and will fly it on one of their routes at some point. However, I'm starting to think 320neo might just trump it. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That is smart. That's dead smart. Love that. That's incredible. Yeah, Transavia France is where it's going. Says Lee. Rob Brown, afternoon to you. He says it's Fergan Baltic minus Fukin 5. 5 foot. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just waiting for it. So we have got the Transavia livery for the 321neo. Pretty sure I can get this for the standard 320neo. So we'll do some Transavia Airbus stuff for sure, I think. Where's the engine? Where's the engine? It's the glider version. I'm really impressed with the Unibuild's 320neo. I love how it looks. I just want them to do TTNA. If they can do TTNA, that'd be ideal. Someone's got to do TTNA. Such a lovely plane. Yeah, but that is smart. I like that a lot. So we'll do some Airbus Transavia stuff, possibly next week. So 44 minutes out from Copenhagen. What's been a wonderful stream. Flintstones version says Lee. David says that's taking fuel saving to the extreme. Still smart though. I imagine that KLM livery is going to look incredible as well on the 320neo. Beautiful, love that. I think what we'll do is we'll use the 321neo for the Transavia stuff. We'll go from like Eindhoven or Rotterdam, one of the two, for next week. We'll do a nice little route down to somewhere with it. For the Liverpool fans amongst you, Man City are currently winning 1-0. Please be Haaland, please be Haaland, please be Haaland. Yeah, it was Haaland, of course it was. Who else is it going to be? Fantasy team's looking good right now. Guess what? Tomorrow night, quiz night. Toot the bastard. Who got the assist? Okay. Heidi, 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 calculate Heidi. I was going to ask who's on the quiz, but the plan will repeat it. Basically, I will make the thumbnail today. I've had confirmation of those that are on it, so you'll know tonight on during the train sim stream. So far, Southeastern. I mean, you lot want to see Chatham Medway, don't you? That's what it is. You lot want to see it. So that's what's happening at the moment. 50% for that. West Cornwall 30%. London Underground 20%, and nothing for the return from Brighton to London Victoria. Y'all want to see Chatham and Rochester. See, what I like about the liveries for the Inibuilds 320 Neo is that people are doing it as a pack, so you're getting like more than one registration, which is for me it's fucking lovely because you get much more variety to fly with. I'm going to give the 320 Neo another run out after this stream. Got the Aer Lingus one. I'll show you the Aer Lingus A320 Neo. Might fly it to Heathrow. Not on stream though, obviously. Let's show you. Should do some Aer Lingus stuff really. We haven't done Aer Lingus for a while. There's a few airlines that we've not really tapped into yet. There you go. Beautiful Aer Lingus, Echo India, November Sierra Bravo, I believe, registration for this one. No, sorry, November Sierra Alpha. Gonna give that a go. Once we're done, I did what did I do yesterday? What did I do yesterday? I did an Aer Lingus flight yesterday, not on stream, but where was it from? Oh, Knock. That's where it was. Knock to Heathrow, that's what I did. Might even do Gatwick. Any EasyJet flights for the Neo? I've got the EasyJet livery, I'll show you. Again, beauty of it comes as a pack. I could do a 320 Neo flight with the with EasyJet, 100%. I'll show you. In fact, I did show you, and I did download it. Hold on. There you go. That's not a real photo. That is literally a screenshot from the flight sim. So you can see that's got an Austrian registration. This pack comes with Austrian livery, Austrian reg, Swiss reg, and an English reg, and they all feature this Neo sticker as well. So yeah. Let me show you something else that we are definitely going to do. Maybe during the week, I'm not sure yet. Idiots. Just finding. Is there an A321 on the sim? Not the 321. There is a 321 Neo. However, Phoenix, who do the 320 standard version, are releasing the A319 and the A321 CEO. Hate saying that, but the standard version of the A321 at some point it is in the works. Phoenix to do the A321, not the Neo. So yeah, looking forward to that one. What I am wanting to show off is what we're going to be doing at some point in. Not that one. Where is it? We've got the 787-8 back as well from Kuro. They finally updated it for this current sim. So it's interesting, when the 787-10 gets updated, Kuro have to update their 787 to align with the 787-10 that's been updated. Otherwise it doesn't work. And we've been waiting for like a month or so now for it to come back out. And it works. Why can't I find it? I legit can't find it, but I saw it literally this morning. Oh, there we go. Got it. Got it. Okay, so here's what we'll be doing at some point next week. If you ignore the engine type, because this will have the GE engines on it. Okay, so if you ignore the fact that it's got the General Electric engines, we have the Rolls-Royce version, and we have that livery on the Rolls-Royce version of the 777, and real sounds and everything else. So we'll do some domestic American ops next week as well, showcasing the Rolls-Royce 777 in that livery. Which will be nice. So that's what we'll do at some point during the week as well. Finally found it, goodness me. So we've got variations of the 777. So we've got 300 non-ER as well, which we can use, which would be quite nice as well. Quite a few different planes. Want to use a CRJ as well. We've got the CRJ action as well coming up. Vulcan, says Carl. That's coming out on Tuesday. So I'm eagerly waiting for that Vulcan to come out Tuesday. Dom's shamelessly plugging his own videos right now. Kev's gone hashtag GoFund Kev. The annoying thing about the IndyBuild 320 Neo at the moment, because it's on the beta version of the Sim Update 14, I have to come out the flight sim, then I have to re-download an update, which then updates the game to the new beta for Sim Update 14. And then load the game. And then if I want to go back onto the normal game, I have to then take the update off, re-update it, and then go from there. It's quite annoying at the moment. Why is that one flap down? I don't know. Is that not normal? I assume it's not, but I don't know why that's down. It should be down. Flaps are up, I believe. Captain Chaos is really pissing me off at the moment. Actually, no, I won't do an Air Lingus flight. I'll do EasyJet. I'll do an EasyJet flight after this one. Just a short domestic flight. Do you get the all white and the camo livery for the Vulcan? I do believe, from the screenshots that we've seen, it comes with both liveries. So the camo one and that white livery that it has normally. How long we got? 225 nautical miles. I'm also hungry and didn't realise what time was. Don't think I've got time to go get some lunch. I might very quickly disappear and to see what I can grab. 2 seconds. I will be back in time for the landing. We are very close to landing in Copenhagen. And if Captain Chaos starts repeating any more shit that I say... Oh yes. Hell have no fury like a Tom Scorn. Right, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go see what I can find. 2 seconds. Amazing. Right. Slowly begin to descend the aeroplane. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh God. Oh Lord. Carl says the vote is getting close. It is. It's now tied between West Cornwall and Southeastern. Well, welcome along. If you haven't voted already, make sure you do. Jim, correct. Some would say it's Campinas, but you know, Campinas also works. Also, if you are enjoying the stream so far, please do leave a like. We are on the descent. On the descent down to Copenhagen. 13 minutes out. It's been a lot of fun. This flying Icelandair. I can't think if we've done it on stream. I don't think we have. Be even more when we get to 757. Interesting. Isn't David? It's not one for me to answer. Who wants to tell him? Who wants to tell him? Alright. It's still close between southeastern and West Cornwall for the train route tonight. If you've not voted yet, make sure you do. Kev says I can't see the pole. Should be able to. Yeah, refresh it. There is definitely a pole there. Brush up on your Brazilian. Cheers and afternoon. There you go. No poll on my screen, only the pinned Kofi link. Is that after refreshing? All right. Wow, Rob, honestly. That's amazing. I mean, it's not amazing because I imagine that would hurt, but... What's Wayne sent me now? Oh yeah. I might do that one next time, Wayne. Yeah, so if you can see the poll now, Now would be a good opportunity to get your boat in. There will possibly be a return journey as well. Carl says, if West Cornwall wins, which train are you going to use? Hold on. Hold on. The train can I show that? I probably could do. Let me show you. Just while we're still descending. Can you see that? You can see that. So this is the West Cornwall add-on. Just very quickly. Yep, I know that bit. I've seen that. That's on the journey. It's a beautiful route. It really is. So there you go. That is the route. That's the trains you get on that route. The Lake District. Get out. Fucking Lake District. Alright, 42 nautical miles out. Music's going to go off. For the moment. We'll get the replay up and running. For our landing down into Copenhagen. Scenery is fly tamper, so it's going to be on point. Hopefully it's also frame rate friendly. Rob says closest next to a train sim will be him pushing his train. Oh dear. Okay. Defo a lot of hype around that one. That one mod for whatever reason. What, the Blackpool one? Brandon, that's not what's happening now, is it? Surely not. Surely that's not what's happening right now. Surely not. Surely that's not what's happening now. Oh, for me, yeah. I was going to say, that sounds a bit like a poll that someone else would do. Right, 250 on the speed. Just bring the speed brakes up. Just kind of help us. Whilst we're here. Landing lights back on. Beautiful light. Gotta give it that. Beautiful light this afternoon. Jim, amazing. Rob's on fire this afternoon. Did someone take a dump in Rob's kettle? 100% yes. Streams. Oh dear. Jim says, note to self, do not upset Rob at Prestwick. Just don't upset him, full stop. The world would be a better place if you don't upset Rob. So we'll bring the speed down to 230. We are beginning our turn. Can we just get the yoke out of the way for the minute? So we're going to be looping round on final, which is a bit weird. Still not understanding why we're lagging. But weather looks half decent at least. That's the airport there. It would seem. Flaps in at flaps 2. The airport. I feel like that's the airport. Right, 3,000 feet. Whoa. Jim says, Dom gets a notification, I've just subscribed to your channel. And thinks, oh hell no. Why are we turning left? Still reading out the chat, everyone. Alright, time to get your landing ratings in. What do we think? I'm not predicting this one to be any good. I've just got this horrible feeling. Jim 285, Wayne 176, Carl 240, Brandon 180. I'm not expecting this to be any good. I've got a feeling this is going to stutter. This is not the normal scenery we go for flight for Copenhagen. I'm sure there was another one we used, but I've just got this feeling it's not gonna go well. I'll be impressed if it does, but I'm not confident. Landing predictions. No. Landing rate predictions. Landing rate predictions. David 280. Welshie Kev 275. Rob Brown 787. Is that 78? It is 787. Dom says landing predictions. Does an Icelandic volcano go boom? Yes, it does. Wayne says, just don't press emergency brake or wait, wrong sim. Yeah, thanks. That was a pure accident last night. Alright, gear coming down. We are going to execute full flaps. Kev says, was you late at Brighton last night or on time? Well, we were late by 2 minutes to Gatwick Airport, and we were then about 4 minutes early to Brighton, so we made up some time. So theoretically, we were early. Not bad for a first time. We've gone gears down very early. Passengers have definitely made it onto the plane, don't worry. "4 minutes early, never heard of a train company do that before." That's because they haven't got me driving for them. That's why. And it's also probably a good thing. If you want to keep me, if you want to keep copying me, then the next flight should be the EasyJet 320 Neo from Edinburgh to Copenhagen. I don't think I was copying you. I just did this as a suggestion on your behalf. I will let the chat answer that. So Rob's put in the chat. After last night, Network Rail are now implementing speed cameras. I kept the speed limit very well, thank you. Okay, not turning, which is good. So, approach mode is on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the aircraft shouldn't dip. Let me just make sure that has actually come on. LNAV lock. Yeah. Ideal. Approach mode on. Oh, this is going to lag like a bitch. I can already see it. Oh, this is gonna ruin it. It might be right. That's the runway there, I think, that we're going in, not 4 left. Here we go. Auto brake applied. Speed brakes armed. That should be our runway there. So we'll wait and see if the nose dips. If it doesn't dip, we're in trouble. We are at full flaps. Blackpool Trans team. Oh, Wayne. You should know better than that. Proofread, man. Proofread. Okay, we are not dipping. So, we're going to come off the autopilot. We're going to take over. And we're going to come off the auto throttle. So we have now got control of the aeroplane. Right, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, we've got a plane in front of us. Oh no, we got... Okay. I don't know whether to go around or not. We've got a plane in front of us. Carl says go around. Oh my god, what's happening?
$1,000.
Whoa, 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 what's happening with the runway there? Is that plane like... Oh my fucking Christ. Oh, we've got like lights on the other end of the runway too. Oh, for fuck's sake. What's it doing?
500.
Oh, it took off on that side. What's it doing?
400.
Well, the plane that was in front of us has now disappeared. What's that plane doing? Come on then, you
200.
stuttery bag of shit. Let's go.
100.
No.
50.
No.
40. 30.
No.
20. 10.
Okay, now, I'll tell you what. That's Fly Tampa for you. Fly Tampa is a massive, massive file, and yeah, it does not run well unless you've got a top-end PC. Jesus Christ! I mean, there was a split second in there where it was smooth as anything, and we managed to touch the airplane down quite well. Let me just nosy what that was. Nice. Oh man, we buttered that one. Just seen the number. That is nice. Did anyone get it? Did anyone get close to it? No, no one got close to it. Oh, that was nice. Welcome then, ladies and gentlemen, to Copenhagen. Max could only dream of the landings that I do, Brandon. I will probably delete this scenery file and try and find something a little bit more stable. Fly Tampa do some fantastic sceneries, but however, they're so heavy on frame rate, and you have to have like a really, really top-end PC for it to work. In fact, to be honest, it may work even if I'm not streaming, so I might actually keep it and then we'll go from there. But I'll do the test afterwards. In fact, we won't do Copenhagen, but yeah, I'll fly to it again off stream at some point. Jim says, notice the Cog Boy started swearing regularly in his streams. Have seen that. Also noticed that I've also mentioned about fly tamper, and now suddenly those words come out of his mouth too. But I don't like to talk about it. So yeah, welcome then to strobe lights off, Copenhagen. Beautiful flight. Apart from the odd bit of stuttering here and there. We'll hang fire for this Scandinavian. Beautiful. Plenty of beautiful light left as well. See, now we're on the ground, it seems to be working a bit better. Don't forget, if you haven't voted already, make sure you do. Oh look, we got a company 767, look. Can you see it? And I also spy something else there as well. You see? So we got company 767 and Air Greenland's A330neo at the gates. Fantastic. Fantastisch. To be honest with you, this sort of performance thing may just be because we're streaming. I'm going to put that down to the fact that we are streaming. Evergreen and video coming soon. Yeah, we need a Dom plug emoji. Just Dom's face as an emoji is what we need. Where can we go? Have a look here on the Volanta. Yeah, I'll tell you what, even in that moment of glitch and everything else, we touched down quite nicely, and we got a nice bit of buttery landing too. Lee Clark says DAT ATR, as in Danish Air Transport, not as in DAT.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
Oh, right there. Dom says Clown TR. Dave says a domoji. I like that. A domoji. I think what we'll do is we're going to go next to that Pegasus 737. There's nothing wrong with the rig that I've got. This is YouTube causing this. So yeah, we're going to go in next to Pegasus and play. Play video coming soon. Okay, it's definitely coming. I'm getting a Dom emoji. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful 767 flight here today. From Reykjavik. Real sounds. Sounding beautiful. Gate Charlie 30. Danske Bank as well. On the side. Beautiful. We'll keep going. 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 And stop. Beautifully done, sir. Wicked. Alright. Kev's off. No worries at all. We'll see you later on for some more of this random shenanigans that we've got going on. What did the poll say? Ooh, okay. Poll's ended. We're going to do West Cornwall instead of Southeastern. West Cornwall will be the route for tonight, so we'll do that on the train sim. I'm going to have a little nosy at that and go from there. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me just end the flight. Let me show you the landing rating that we got out of that for our flight today. Very good. Good landing speed. I'll tell you what, that's a really good landing. That is a really, really good landing. Here we go. Boom. Can you see it?
150, 40, 30, 20, 10.
42.
Oh yeah. Minus 126. A very good landing. A landing only Max could dream of. Lee Class has enjoyed the stream today. Thank you, Lee. We'll hopefully see you later on for the Train Sim World. West Cornwall route. But for now, let's go for the replay. Great flight, highly recommended, says Dom. Max lands at 126 feet per second. Is that Plummet Airways? Max apparently is make that Max crashes at 126. Put a couple of zeros on the end there, Jim. Righty-ho. Thanks for watching, everyone. fast forward this. To about there. Enjoy the landing. Be back about 7 o'clock, maybe 7:15 for the West Cornwall route. So yeah, enjoy the landing. I'll see you later on for some more of the Train Sim world. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And happy flying. Cheers, everyone.